Hi, this is Cathy Zukimoto with IdeateTV, and I'm here with Barry Robison, production designer.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. This is right up my alley because I work in construction. So
Oh, wow. Okay, so you know what I do.
I do know what you do. You boss me around.
I'm afraid I do.
Yes, you do. So tell me, what projects have you been working on recently?
Well, the most recently I did a television show for NBC called Good Girls. It's a comedy, and it's on the air right now. And before that, it was Hackshaw Ridge.
Okay, and how would you say, because the production design from each show, it can be so different. Like, what do you reach into? Because I've seen people design war and then three-camera comedy.
Yeah.
How do you reach into your brain and get to the different sections of that?
Well, the good thing is the brain is pretty full. My early career, I worked in the soaps in New York.
Okay, cool.
And so doing episodic is very much like doing the soaps. So it was sort of going back in time. But when you're working on a feature, and my features are sort of all over the place. I'll do X-Men, then I'll do Narnia, then I'll do Hacksaw Ridge, which is a World War II film with Mel Gibson. So you start with the script. And that goes for TV as well as for feature. You start with the script, you break the script down, and it basically will tell you what it's going to be.
Do you find that sometimes production designers, as in all of film business, get put into a niche?
Yes, they do. And no, I don't. No, it's I realized that early in my production design career. And I purposely mix it up, so sort of keep everybody guessing. It's not always the wisest thing to do, if that's a piece of advice for young designers, but it's worked for me. So I'm also restless. So one minute I want to do a fantasy piece. The next I'll desperately want to work with Mel Gibson, and if he's got a World War II movie, I want to do that. So it depends on the relationships you have with your directors, timing certainly, and then then the things that I love. I've just read a script that I'm desperate wanting to do, and takes place in 16th century Japan, and I would love to do it.
Sounds amazing.
Amazing.
I want to be on that project.
Yeah. You would like to work on it.
No, I was just wondering because I know that not just production designers, a lot of people get put into a niche. And you're doing X-Men, you're doing Narnia, you're doing fantasy, and then you're like, oh, I really want to do that war piece. How do you convince somebody that you can do that?
That is really a fantastic question, and it's really difficult, because that'll come up in the conversation in the interview. Well, you don't really have that on your, or have you ever done this? I went in on an interview for a cop show. How hard is that? Anybody can do a cop show. No, oops.
No, not anybody.
Not anybody. Error. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I'm there, the showrunner, the director's there, and they go, well, have you ever done a cop shot before? And I'm going, well, yes. A long time ago. Well, we don't see it on your no, because I deleted it off my resume. So it's kind of, those are kind of really dull, dumb questions. A production designer can do anything.
Not a lot of people know that, though.
Come on.
I know you can.
I think I can.
Would you say that, because a lot of people don't know this, well, first of all, production design, for people who don't know, are people who design the sets that the actors walk in. Everything that you see, from the tables to the table settings to the walls to...
Don't forget VFX. Here it comes. So we're responsible for the overall look of the movie. So that goes, we've got to work with the director of photography and lighting, VFX, wardrobe, you name it. We really are responsible for all of that. And we're brought on early, and then we concept the movie. So we bring in artists, and then they, paint the world. We show them to the, not only to the director, but to the studio and to the producers. so that we all know the world that we're working in. So
It's a big collaboration. You're working with the director as well.
it's huge. It's a huge collaboration period, and a production designer, it's a real managerial position, especially in feature film. It's a big management, because you can go from a movie like Hacksaw Ridge, which was a small budget, and I'll have 100 people working for me, or I'll go to Narnia and I'll have over 300 people working for me. And those are welders and plasters and painters and stitchers and sewers and sailmakers, and it just goes on and on.
Also includes transportation, because he has to worry about the aging of the trucks and the logos and the design. Everything you see in a film or television, it would be somebody like that.
Absolutely, we're responsible for all of that, and so the department is split up with all of those different disciplines, from scenic designers to draftsmen to graphic arts to, and all of it. It just goes on and on and on.
It's a really, really great position to be in if it's something that you want to get into.
It's the coolest position. It's the best position in filmmaking, because we get to dream like a director. We design. It's so cool. You have no idea. It's the coolest job ever.
I completely 100% agree. I love what we do for a living.
Yeah, I love it.
It's a lot of fun.
It's really a lot of fun, and it never gets tiring.
No, it never does.
Every project is different.
It's different,
Yeah,
exactly.
No, I love it. I do. Oh, I'm glad you do. I love it.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming by
Okay.
today. It was really
Yeah,
great meeting you.
absolutely. Yeah, nice to meet you.